speaking of the terrain and just how powerful this fire has been, I want to bring in Adam Jarrold right now, who's been working with crews out here regarding this Bighorn Fire. Adam, just really try to explain to viewers and to all of the residents in this area just about the terrain, about the weather, how challenging it has been, or maybe is it progressing? Are we seeing any positive changes in reducing this fire?
So we're still at 10% containment, and you're right. The complexity of this fire is really ramped up by the topography we have in this area, as well as the weather we've been dealing with. As far as the topography, that area is very rough, very steep. So there's a lot of areas that are just too unsafe to put our hotshot crews in there. That's why you see a lot of the air aircraft that are coming in and fighting the fire. And as far as the weather, we've all been out here. It's been very hot, very dry in Tucson the last about a week or so, and the winds are picking up. So all those factors combined make it very difficult for our crews on the ground to fight this fire.
And as far as timeline throughout the day, what is your protocol throughout the day? How much time do you have to fight this fire? And that's a lot of questions that we do get from residents. I mean, what is the timeline in terms of day by day controlling this fire?
So the majority of our efforts are going to be during the daytime. It's just easier. It's a lot more visible. We could see things. We do have contingencies, or we do have firefighters in place during the night, but they're not doing as much work. It's a lot more scouting that's going on. The aircraft can't fly at night. You see how close they're getting into the ridge lines. It just wouldn't be safe to have them flying at night where they're reduced visibility. Same thing for our firefighters on the ground. We don't like putting them in areas. We already discussed how rough this terrain is. Adding the fact that they can't see very well, it's just too unsafe to have our firefighters there. But we do have operations continuing around the clock, trying to bring this fire under control.
And obviously, just like you mentioned, safety is first. What message do you have for the residents who have evacuated, perhaps not evacuated yet, who live so close to this area? What do they need to know in terms of the steps you're taking to control the fire and how they can stay safe?
So our firefighters have got in behind these communities that are the closest to the fire. They've been doing some good work to construct some fire line back there. There has been some burnout operations where they're actually putting fire on the ground to reduce some more of those fuels between those homes and the fire. So just let everybody know in these neighborhoods, that there are a lot of fire trucks in this area, a lot of firefighters in this area. So just be aware when you're driving around, because there is going to be congested, and there are big vehicles moving around in the area.
Adam Jarrold, thank you so much for your time, and thank you for your efforts. We really appreciate it.